Hello, my darling. Welcome to the School of Love. And this is the next video about the Queen Retreat, where I am inviting you into this powerful and amazing journey to become the Queen of Love, to become a sexual goddess, and to create a relationship that, I don't know, what is the importance for you in the relationship? For me, it is to create a legendary love affair that lasts forever. And why am I wearing these gorgeous pink glasses in the house? Yes, I want to tell you that we as girls are raised on fairy tales and on movies, and we have very little true role models in love. And so, what happened to Cinderella? It was such a difficult journey for her to overcome all the difficulties we have in the feminine channel, in the stepmother, in the stepsisters, but really that is the dark queen, in those women. It is the shadow side coming out where women are jealous, competitive towards each other. And when the girl was taught by the fairy godmother that all she needed was a beautiful dress and the pumpkin was made into the carriage and so forth. But then she said at 12 o'clock, don't forget to come back home because, everything is going to come back to where you are, meaning the pretty dress, is going to turn into the dirty one again. So what happens to women when we enter into the marriage and and they lived happily ever after? How come? That is not the reality that shows. What happens is that we enter into relationships with our pink glasses where we truly don't want to look into the bright sun and see the true reality. The reality comes up once we already get married. And the first year, the second year, when the truth of our shadows, our darkness, our fears, they come from the shadow into the forefront. Have you experienced that? Do you understand what I'm talking about? About that deep disappointment, thinking like, oh, this is not the person I married, or oh, I thought you were different, right? Well, for me, I must be honest, I have been married, I have been in a few truly long-term relationships that also are like marriage. And, there was no true information and no true knowledge of navigating in the intimacy, because intimacy is into me you see, and when you are married you unite into sexual intimacy, you unite in emotional intimacy, you unite in the soul intimacy, you become intertwined. And so you drink from each other's cups, and some cups are pure water, but the other side is pure poison. And in a relationship, to create a love affair that lasts forever is the biggest challenge. Many of you have been asking me in Facebook and in Instagram under my videos, Yana, where have you disappeared? What happened to you? When I manifested the love of my life, Bulat, and we got married 6.5 years ago, I knew that since I was a little girl, all I dreamed about was to create the love of, to meet the love of my life and to live the love of my life. And by the time we got married, I was 50, and I've already studied everything I can about feminine art of enchantment, about everything about geisha practices. I have raised my sexual potency to the highest. I was feeling that I am a sexual goddess, and that was confirmed by the people around me and the attention that I was getting and the quality of men that were proposing and so forth. So I knew that here I am at the top of the mastery. And yet when we got married, I had to take the pink glasses off and I had to get to work. I had to get to that part that in no movie teaches you. And the part of building the relationship. Building the relationship not as Cinderella, but as a queen. And so that was the next 6 years I dedicated myself to that art. So I only worked in private retreats where people came to me every month from all over the world, and I was teaching them how to become a sexual goddess and how to raise that self-respect, self-love, self-dignity, so that in a relationship, she's not a sex girl, she's not a baby, because what do you do with the babies? You know how in a relationship they call each other, hey babe, so that means you're infantile, you're not grown ups, you're not a king and a queen. So I was deeply studying this subject, and in the process, in the relationship, all the shadows came up of my husband and of myself. And so I took a long journey into the sacred wound that he had and I had. And in these 6 years, I have been building this relationship by healing myself, and he was healing himself. And we were just fine-tuning the rules of the sacred union. And we succeeded. So only when we succeeded, I felt that I am ready. I am overflowing with desire to share. And one more thing I want to share with you is that in 2023, in May, I fell and I injured my arm. And I had a surgery. I already shared that in the previous videos. By the way, if you're just watching this video, please start watching from video number 1, number 2, number 3 under the online retreats playlist on my YouTube channel. And if you are watching this video, please subscribe to this channel right now. Put your likes if this is interesting for you. And so when I had to go through surgery, I was facing the deepest fear of death. And I remember that I went to the beach, I cried, and I talked to my higher self, and I called upon all the angels and all the great beings and of this universe, all the ascended masters that I've worked with, beloved Jesus, and everything that is of goodness in this universe. And I made a promise that if I stay alive and if I get healed and I can use my arm again, I will gift generously all the sacred knowledge that I have accumulated, how to build a sacred union, how to truly love myself, how to truly become the queen in my own life, that I will transfer this knowledge to women. Because, as I said, when I was searching for this information, there was no school that literally shared everything. And so in my school, I take women through the first step, the first 3 programs, is how to become and Enchantress, how to heal your womb, how to connect to your feminine energy first. Those 3 programs, the womb healing, the 4 elements, the 7 magnificent meditations. By the way, have you already subscribed in my school? Like, have you gone to yanagood.com and joined the School of Love? Because as soon as you join the School of Love, you get the I Am Beautiful meditation as a gift. Because beauty is the number 1 energy that makes a woman feel confident. And so beauty is not about how long your legs are, how big your boobs are, what color is your skin, and your eyes and the nails and this stuff. Beauty is an energy, is a deep level of confidence and self-love. And so I'm gifting you this meditation because it's a powerful healing session. And yeah, go to yanagood.com, join it. You deserve this meditation. You get it as a gift. And then I decided that I'm going to help women to go and heal their victimhood programs. And so the wholeness retreat was born, which we led with my husband a couple years ago. But after the surgery, I realized is that I want to live this life as a queen. And so I have been deeply meditating, what does it mean to be a queen? What qualities, what tools does this archetype require to be fully alive, awake, and ignited in my life? And what can I share with you? So one of the qualities that a queen has is abundance. And so I was diving deep into what does abundance mean. And abundance comes from a lot of energy. But where do we get that energy from? So the energy is always about our sexual potency. The sexual energy is about having all the 3 feminine hormones balanced. And abundance means overflowing, when you have more than enough. So a sexual goddess retreat was born. I created it as a private work with one of my clients because every time before when women came, I was teaching them live and I was transferring them the codes of the energy behind that, the mystery, the magic, the potency, the examples, and showing by personal example how this works. But they would forget it. And so this year, for my 56th birthday, as a thank you to God for surviving, I have decided that I finally will create this online retreat, Sexual Goddess, that will become a foundation for my legendary Queen retreat. I have decided that the next few years I'm going to dedicate myself to the Queen's Club. I'm going to raise in our School of Love a huge amount of women that become sexual goddesses, really crown themselves with dignity and incredible other qualities that we're going to work in the Queen Retreat. And I want to create around me this pool of women that want to create sacred union in their relationships. I want to make a difference in the world with a community of women that can share abundantly with each other. But to be able to share, one needs to first have something to share. And that's why for the last 6 years you haven't heard much of me in the English community. I have been active in the Russian community because my husband is from Kazakhstan, and so Russian is his and mine first language. We went to Russian schools together. And so it was easier for me to support the Russian community because we have an international school. And the war began 2 years ago. And so right after the wholeness retreat, the war began. And for 2 years, I have been producing videos in Russian to support that community of women. And that was me practicing my generous queen. Instead of making money for 2 years, I was working deeper and deeper on myself, and I was sharing for free. So now this is my time to launch the English School of Love and really focus on English community. And I'm really asking you to support me in this journey with your generosity and put your likes, subscribe to the channel so that we can raise this new dimension of the Queen of Abundance, the Queen of Love, and create a Queen's Club, the new awareness of the women of the new time, of the new age. So in the previous video, we have taken a look at some of the legendary queens. We looked into Cleopatra and Princess Diana, and a few other ones. I hope you watched the previous video and liked it. Today I wanted to share a couple of more things. I was looking into, where did I learn some of those things. It's like one of the things I'm going to be teaching in the Queen Retreat is going to be on our curriculum. Is the first week we're going to work with healing the money channel. The second week we're going to work with, what is the healing the money channel about? It's about healing your lack and limitation programs. What are you ashamed of? Because shame is the lowest frequency by the Hawkins. And we're going to raise that into love, which is frequency of 500. We are going to work on activating your queen codes and activating your abundance codes. And I'm going to teach you how to flirt. Like once you learn how to turn on your sexual magnet, how to use it to flirt. Because without it, life is not interesting. As you know, men, kings, they want sex on demand. And women, queens, they want pleasure on demand. And so, how do we make each other happy? That's why when I was meditating upon how to activate the abundance codes, how to activate the queen code, how to heal the money channel, it all comes back to amount of sexual energy that you have, because your sexual energy is your life force. So in the recent times, right now there is a lot of this drama that came around P. Diddy and all the Hollywood superstars and so forth in these white parties that basically are raping the innocence of children using drugs, alcohol, and abusing men and women sexually. So, but the biggest problem that there is why children? Why do men want to steal the innocence? And that is because the sexuality in its purest form is innocence. And the problem is that all the grown-up men and women already have been shut down in their sexuality because some sort of shame has entered into their life as they were growing up. And so men are not satisfied anymore by women long term. Like it's difficult for a woman after marriage to keep that fire of desire going for years and years and years to come. Only if she has a lot of sexual energy, she can do it. And so I was looking into what are they teaching women about how to sustain the love in the marriage? Is there any information? And so I remember this amazing story, this funny story actually. I was dating this really cool guy, and he was asking me out on a date where he was going to take me to this amazing restaurant and blah blah blah. He was like planning this date for Friday night, and I just discovered this new movie series. It's called The Clone or El Clone. If you haven't seen it, it's a must. So in El Clone, there's this couple, Jade and Lucas, and basically Jade was teaching women the art of flirting because she was an incredibly flirtatious, naturally flirtatious woman. And the way she danced belly dancing and the way she seduced her husband and the way, I mean, it was extraordinary. And so I remember like he arrives with flowers, well perfumed, all excited to take me out, and I'm like, I am so sorry, I'm not going out. Like, here, thank you for the flowers. I'm like, I'll go out with you tomorrow. Today I'm watching El Clone. And so it was so funny. You should have seen his facial expression. He was like, I hate this movie. What is going on? I'm like, why? He goes, my ex-girlfriend, the reason I broke up with her, because she would prefer to watch this movie versus going out with me. He goes, here I am, a live man, good looking, successful. He goes, like, what? I came for you and you want to watch how Jade and Lucas's drama unfolds? And he goes, and now you are like doing the same thing? And I laughed. I said, you will not understand. But we as women want to learn the art of flirting that our mothers didn't teach us, that nobody has taught us how to do this. And this movie nourishes something in women, like creates that feminine satisfaction to watch and to see how this drama unfolds. And I said, so I'm sorry, this is more exciting for me. It was pleasure on demand. I was like, I was receiving more pleasure from watching this than to just go out and eat. And so that's why in the Queen Retreat, it's gonna be 4 weeks. If you're watching this right now, it's October 2024. So please go right now to yanagut.com and buy this retreat as soon as possible, because November 3rd is the first Sunday of the month. Every week we're going to have the live online Queen Retreat, and the last week I'm going to teach you the art of flirting that no Jade, no movies, no mama can teach you. This is going to be the most advanced flirting techniques that are going to flow from your sexual potency, from your sexual magnet, that are going to drive your man crazy, both in bed and in life and in real life. So join this retreat right now and don't miss this incredible opportunity. So before I share with you the actual subject matter of this video, which is how the success and the failure of legendary queens of past and present has affected their relationships and their life, I want to share with you how this Queen Retreat works. So as soon as you purchase this retreat, anytime you do it, right now or later, you are immediately going to have access to the Sexual Goddess Retreat, which consists of 10 pre-recorded beautiful sessions where I share with you the theory and the practice. And so you can start working on those rituals, learning and working. In November, we're launching live, where as I already mentioned, the curriculum, we're going to heal the money channel. Why is that important? Why did I put it on the top? Because if a man is struggling with money, he doesn't have the energy to pleasure her queen. If a woman is struggling for money, she doesn't have the energy to give sex on demand, and not just to give her body to be used for sex, but I mean abundantly emanate the sexual energy that will nourish and nurture him and give him energy and excitement and power to go create and make his dreams come true. So, as we work on activation of your queen archetype, learning how to flirt, and activation of your abundance channel, that is going to be recorded. As soon as that part is recorded, then whoever buys the Queen Retreat are basically now getting two retreats, the Sexual Goddess and the Queen Retreat. And the price is going to go up. So only this month, October, and maybe I will extend it for November as well while we're in the live retreat, so you can catch up and join us. The price for the both retreats is only the price for one. So it's only $3,000. As soon as the Queen Retreat Part 1 is going to be recorded, that is going to, the price next year as of January is going to increase, and it's going to be $4,000. And I am planning in the 2025 to do the Queen Part 2 and the Queen Part 3. So I'm planning to run it 2 more times, giving you about 3 months to practice everything you've learned and taking you to the next level and to the next level and to the next level. And each Queen Retreat part is going to cost $1,000. So when you right now invest into yourself, you are right now getting such an abundant gift for yourself. And so yesterday I was actually, when I was preparing for this video, I was really meditating about self-worth. What is that about? Like, what is abundance? That abundance is always about self-worth. And a part of me felt so sad that I'm giving the Sexual Goddess retreat, which is something that cost me 20 years to perfect and over $100,000 in just educational costs and 10 years of mastery. And I was like, people were paying $10,000 to get some of this information. And here I'm sharing all of the juice, everything. And I realized that before my trauma, before that life and death situation, I wasn't able to share all of my knowledge with women as well. It was like you had to pay a ton of money and be so nice to me and bring me gifts and love and worship and adore me for me to, open up and give more and more and more, because I would just give like the basics that women need, but I always held something back because my shadow wasn't healed. But after this surgery, like going into that surgery, I remember how I made that promise to God and promise to myself that if I survive, I will grow up and I will be the woman that will share with the women everything I have been so desperately looking for my whole life, dreaming about being the beloved in a relationship, marrying the love of my life, and being in love till the rest of my life. Because what is the meaning of life? it's intimacy, it's sexual energy flowing through us and filling up all parts of our lives, giving us an opportunity to experience that pleasure, that excitement, that creative force. Who is teaching this? There's a lot of dark teachers out there through dark tantra and so forth. But when I'm looking at the queens on stage, and so much darkness in them, so much harshness in them, what are they doing to women nowadays? They're undressing them. They're dressing them as, prostitutes basically on stage. Now, in France, one of the top 10 wedding gowns, that one of them, it was like a transparent, like a nightgown, which shows the pennies and the bra. And I'm like, what are they teaching women of the modern time? Is that you have to dress like a prostitute? I'm sorry. Like, you have to show everything you've got. Like, you have to become a sex object. I don't think so. I really think women need to regain their self-worth and their self-dignity. We have to dress sexy and fun and beautiful, but we really have to evoke in men the desire to see you as a sex object, or can he actually fall in love with you? And so, yeah, that's how the Queen Retreat was born for myself, and as the new branding, as the new dimension for my School of Love, that I feel that I want to lead and teach my queens how to create a sacred union. But for the sacred union, you have to learn how to give. And to be able to give, you have to have. It is about abundance, generosity. And so that is why I calmed myself down and I said, well, because I stayed alive and I'm starting a new life after 55. And at this point, I have the love of my life. I live in my dream home with my dream husband who adores me and I adore him. I am so fulfilled in everything that I do. And so this is the year, the 2024, when I am gifting you this opportunity to come into this retreat at this lowest price point. Please don't think that that's the value of the retreat. Please understand that this is my gift for women. This is my thank you for surviving this. And I intend to keep raising it up because, one of my clients under one of these videos, she asked, she's like, oh, but what if I don't have the money and I want this luxury and lushness? And I'm like, well, what if I want a Bentley and I walk into the car dealership and say, oh, I love this incredible Bentley. It's beautiful, it's luxurious, it's amazing. Give it to me. They're going to say, I don't know, $450,000, please. Oh, I don't have the money. I just want the Bentley. Well, darling, you don't have the money, you don't have the Bentley. You can walk if you don't have anything. And so it's not about what you want. It's about what you're willing to give to become the person who can have her pleasure, who can have what she wants. And, if you look into this, again, if we come back to the fairy tale, I mean, Diana married a king to be, a prince. And Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, and they're divorcing right now. So just because you get an opportunity to even get the king, the prince, doesn't mean that you can stay in a relationship. Doesn't mean that you can keep that love growing. And so, and even the people that don't get divorced, it doesn't mean that, there is no cheating going on, or women are super happy and being pleasured and being pleased and being, the beloved and worshipped and adored, or the man, for the matter of fact. And so relationships is the hardest part. But why are we living? What's the purpose of life? And, before the surgery, before they got me, the anesthesia, I was praying and I was thinking, like, why am I holding on to this life? I'm 55. Okay, I had a great life, I had everything. If I die, I die, right? But no, I didn't want to die. I wanted to live. I was like, no, only now I have all this knowledge. Only now I have the love of my life next to me. I want to live. I want to live this love. I want to live this life as a legend. I want to experience more. I want to give more. I want to create more. I want to make my husband so happy as he never even dreamed about. And we need the community. We need the awareness, the support where, we can rise from just a sexual object to sexual goddess, from just a good woman or a powerful woman or a businesswoman into a queen of love, the queen that can create work, businesses, relationships without losing her soul in the process. When I'm looking at the Beyonce and Kim Kardashian and like all this Rihanna and so forth, all this, stage queens, J-Lo and so forth, they all have their drama stories right now unfolding. How and what they needed to sacrifice for success. And that is because they have a lot of sexual power, but they have no instruments, no rituals, no knowledge how to activate 3 fires in a man like Geisha did, and how to have their man love, worship, and adore her as a queen, not just as an animal or a woman for sex or a woman who can just make money for him. So today I was planning to go a little bit deeper into the shadow of the queens, the shadow part. And I'm just going to ask you to write, what are the 3 biggest fears? Imagine that you are a queen. Sit down, have a crown on your head. Really connect to your highest possibilities, to your highest self-awareness, to your best of the best in you. Feel that, enjoy it, connect to your power. And then ask this queen archetype that you have right now at your point of assembly, your point of entrance, where you are right now as a queen. Really connect to her and ask her, what are the 3 things you're most afraid of? Okay, I want you to put this video on pause and do this homework. And I will share with you mine that came up for me. What came up for me was the fear of mystery, the fear of failure, and the fear of success. And then I sat and I meditated what they mean. And the fear of mystery for me is the fear of the unknown, is the losing control and stepping out of the comfort zone. And then I connected to that fear and I was like, wow, It is control versus creation. Like if I step into this powerful creative channel where I use my sexual energy for my creativity, and I actually connect to the divine source of I am that I am, then I will embrace the mystery of life instead of being afraid of the mystery of life. And we're gonna work with you more in the Queen Retreat on this. And when I connected to my fear of failure, I'm sure you have it as well. All the successful people have it. You know, I looked into what is it? Because I worked with fear of failure for over 10 years, ever since I discovered about it. And all the time is a new layer was coming out. This time for me, what came out was the body. Because I'm aging, because I had a surgery, I couldn't fully use my arm, and I put on weight, and it's, I'm afraid to how I'm gonna lose the weight because I don't have a full capacity to like lean, like push this hand. Like I cannot do the push-ups, I cannot do pull-ups, I cannot do all the yoga practices and so forth. And so I was like, oh my God, like what if I can't and my body will not recover properly? So all these thoughts were overwhelming for me. And so this year, the fear of failure for me is about the beautiful body, the acceptance, the work, the evolution. And so I attracted an amazing trainer into my life. She's also 55 and her body is and the way she's working with me, activating the internal muscle fibers and everything. Now I feel like I have hope. I've attracted her into my life, and she's actually also going right now through the wholeness retreat. She just bought the womb healing program, and she's so excited, gives me feedback. Hello, honey. I know, Veronica, you're watching this video. Write some comments under this. By the way, ladies, please, be generous. It takes a lot of time and money. It's very expensive to create movies for you, for free, for your free education. So please support this channel and all the channels that you are receiving anything of value. Please put your likes, write a couple of warm words, even just a thank you, or I don't like this movie, or like tell me more or something. Say something, put your energy into it, and I hope that it's love, not hate. But anyhow, what else I wanted to share? Yeah, I'm working with this aspect right now, the healing of it. And the second one for me was the failure of success. And I haven't had a chance to really fully meditate on that, because when I looked into the channel of success, what I saw was tremendous luxury, expansion, this incredible expansion. And instantly behind that was lurking some fears. So that's something that I still need to meditate and look deeper into this channel of success. But what so far I have connected to, and I have like in investigating deep inside of me, what I like touched upon was the underneath all these layers, all these fears, was innocence. That childlike innocence that that connecting back to that innocence needs a special and unique surgery, like a special and unique healing, to get back to that divine source of all potentiality, from charged up, not from the head, like people watch Abraham Hicks and law of attraction, law of manifestation, all of this, and I've watched them for years and listened to them, and I blah blah blah. So I know all of this. But you'll know that some things you manifest and some things you can't. No matter how many affirmations you make or what you say, like some things you simply cannot get because it's a value exchange. As I said, you can't just go and get a Bentley. You have to have enough cash to be able to buy it. And you have to have enough energy to earn this kind of cash, So it all comes back to energy. But behind all of that always stands self-worth. What am I worthy of? What am I selling myself for in this world? What is for sale and what is not for sale? What is real and what is fake? Yeah. So anyhow, I hope this was interesting for you. And I'm going to say goodbye to you now and leave you into doing your homework and meditating on your fears and looking what stands behind that. And I am inviting you with an open heart, excitement and anticipation into this incredible journey called the I Am Queen Retreat. I am inviting you to step into your sexual power and become a goddess and learn how to flirt, how to walk, how to talk, how to even breathe as a queen, how to connect to your abundance, activate your codes, and enter into the 2025, riding the golden dragon. What is the golden dragon? For me, it has these three heads, and these three heads are love, wisdom, and power. So, power is the power of sexuality. Wisdom is what I will teach you in the School of Love and in these incredible retreats. And love is what happens when you heal your sexual chakra, when you heal your womb, when you heal your wholeness. And wholeness is about these multiple personalities that we have inside of us, these multiple archetypes that we have inside of us, and then your heart opens up. You open up to self-love, and in this self-love, you connect to your God, and you, in this loving, divine way, you can embrace another. This is how you can actually receive all the love in the world, is when you outflow it from inside of you. It took me many, many years to heal my heart chakra. And that's a different story. That's when I start running the Wholeness Retreat part 2 and part 3. So we're going to work with, I'm actually thinking not to do this Wholeness Retreats, but in our Love Temple. I think in December we're going to start the Love Temple, which you get as a free gift. Everybody who this year buys Wholeness Retreat or the Queen Retreat, you are going to receive the 1 year temple support as my gift. Next year it's going to be $1,000 and it's priceless. And I think I'm going to start from healing the sacred wound, because that is what has helped me to fully open up and activate the heart chakra and be able to be so loving and accepting to the feminine channel and so generous to it. In the past, I thought that I was generous and loving. But until I started fully trusting my love and the love of my husband, until I activated the queen inside of me and realized how loved I am by my king and that I have a legendary love affair. As I mentioned, I don't remember, I think I mentioned that before, because after my surgery for 3 months, my husband nurtured me in a way that relieved, erased all self-doubt I had about love. I realized that, yeah, in 6 years, I built this love in a way that, he would do anything for me, and he would accept me sick, fat, ugly, angry, scared. Um, he would get up at night and carry me to the toilet. He would wash me up. He would brush my teeth. He would cook for me and feed me. And when I was crying and upset, he would, caress me and support me and just be next to me. So I know that I have built a legendary love affair, but I wanted to completely heal the three heads of the black dragon, and I needed to heal that sacred wound. So I am inviting you to join this retreat this year and to start this journey with us. But if you're watching this video in the years to come, just go to my website, check out the prices, check out what's happening. And everything I do is I beautifully film and record it so that I can leave a legacy in my school. All the retreats I'm leading right now are all recorded. And the only way you can get me live is when I'm doing these opportunities or when I'm leading them live and in the Love Temple. That's why we created the Love Temple, that for the whole year, every month, you can have a meeting with me live. So it's like a yearly online retreat where you can ask all the questions, share the things. We can do deeper healing, work deeper on things that, rise up after you go through the retreats. And certainly you can have a private session, which is a lot more expensive. But how many people I can receive privately? I only work 1 or 2 privates a week. And so that's why we've created a Temple of Love, said that every month we make ourselves available to you. But for the queens, once we have all the 3 parts of the Queen Retreat, there will be a special Queens Club. And what I'm planning for you is I will be running 3 months retreats where there will be just sacred containers for you not to get new information, but to actually practice with me and get better and better and better, and to share with each other your success, and share with each other your wisdom, your power, and to have this incredible Queen's Club of women that are practicing and sharing and building true relationships, that can be beneficial. Because one of the biggest challenges right now women have is in friendship, that your girlfriend becomes your psychologist, she becomes your teacher, she becomes your mother, and they're not qualified to give you proper advice. They're not always able to properly support you, and they're not always sincere with you. Women are jealous, competitive, as we mentioned before. That's the truth of life. Those are the shadows that we have, and we need to heal them. So, speaking from example, so I'm super excited that I took this 6 years of journey for myself to feel confident and qualified and ready to actually embark this new page in our school, where we're going to be leading the Temple of Love and the Queen Retreats live meetings every 3 months. I'm going to launch the next part and the next part, because I have so much wisdom and I want to share so much, and I need a longer container. So before I die, I know that all of this sacred knowledge has been transferred, has been given, has been shared. And those that want to be happy, that want to have a magical life, that want to have a legendary love affair, they have that opportunity to buy it.
They say that the miracle of love is available at any age. In 2018, we got married when I turned 50 and Bulat 40. 2 years later, our relationship evolved into a sacred union. And now, our love grows more and more every day.
And right now, for the new year, if money is tight for you, I want you to think creatively and to realize that this is your New Year's gift for yourself. And you can ask everybody you know to give you the gift as money to support you in your queenhood. And all the money you were supposed to spend on the gifts for people, you can say, this year, I am giving you the gift of my love because I am working on self-love and I'm giving myself the royal gift. And I appreciate all of your support. This year is about me. The 2024 is about me. Because the 2025, they're predicting a lot of challenges for mankind. We're in a difficult point with the world, with this war situation all over the world, the economics, all this craziness that is happening in the world, all the drama that is happening in the world. I want to create a channel for us women that we can step away from this darkness, heal our own shadows, and shine bright in this world and enter the world, the 2025, with pleasure. And as long as we live, let us enjoy the love, let us enjoy the life, and welcome to the School of Love. And I am Queen, and I am Sexual Goddess Online Retreats. See you soon.